Hey Al, in today's video I'm gonna answer the most important question of them all. What impulse responses are you using, bro? I decided to actually show you what impulse responses I use because I do try to show you every little detail that goes into tone creating, and choosing an IR or a speaker is really a massive part of it. After this video you're gonna think either that I'm crazy or you're gonna thank me, so we'll see how it goes. First I want to show you how serious I am about this topic. I even printed out. This is my impulse response list and it's color coded and various other sorts of coding is going on here. Let me show you. What you see on your screen right now is the same thing that you saw on this piece of paper. And I have labeled my impulse responses. And if I go back inside the PodGo software, the PodGo edit, you can see that all of these impulse responses are right here in the order that they are in this table. So obviously, first thing that you see is the color coding. The Friedman is red, the Mesa oversized 4x12 cabinet is blue, the Mesa 2x12 is orange, the Marshall 4x12 is green, the Princeton 1x10 is purple, and I have only two base IRs, which I won't get into this time. And also a very important thing inside this impulse response list is the type of microphone that was used for a particular IR. And I have just a few favorites when it comes to microphone selection: the 57, the 58, the 4-to-1. Those are all dynamic microphones. Sometimes a 1-to-1 or a 160, and I think there's only one impulse response with an SM7 right here, which is interesting. One thing I probably should have said at the beginning of this video is that I am in no way, shape or form affiliated with this company. I just really like how their impulse responses sound, and that's it. So all of the guitar impulse responses that I use come from York Audio. So the website you can visit is yorkaudio.co, and you can check for multiple impulse response packs. Really pick your poison there. Now we're inside my computer, inside my hard drive, and there I have a couple of York Audio impulse response packs saved. The very first pack that I got from York Audio was this York Audio 2x12 Mesa V30 limited version, which costs only $1. So if you want to get into a world of impulse responses and you can't find anything free that fits you, I strongly suggest that you try this cabinet. It's a very specific one. It's the horizontal 2x12 Mesa, but it's the one that Andy Timmons uses a lot, so I kind of trust Andy Timmons, so why not? So after I was really happy with how that cabinet sounded, I went and compared that cabinet to other impulse responses that I had. Now this is the tricky part of the video where I have to be really honest and just get to the point. When I compare the York Audio impulse responses with the impulse responses from On Hammer, I much prefer the York Audio, and honestly, it was a no-brainer for me to completely switch to York Audio and choose a few packs. However, there was one goal behind all of this, behind printing this impulse response list on a piece of paper or creating that impulse response list table you just saw. I wanted to make life a bit easier on myself because honestly, I did spend an unhealthy amount of time listening and comparing probably hundreds of different IRs, and honestly it got a bit crazy and I just wanted to stop. So I did the blind tests and York Audio took the win over On Hammer, I don't know, in probably 90% of cases. So I decided that's it, York Audio and few of their impulse response packs, and not hundreds of files. Like I said, I have exactly 50 IRs now. They all cover different grounds. I have a Friedman, I have a Mesa, actually I have two Mesas, but one is a 2x12, the other is a 4x12. I have a Marshall, I have a small Fender Princeton 1x12 with an Oxford speaker, and two bass IRs just for bass. And I guess that's it. This was a very short introduction to the world of impulse response madness. If you want to go mad, you just have to go mad about this. You have to really listen and you have to decide for yourself. You don't have to trust me here at all. I just like the sound of York Audio impulse response packs, and you may like On Hammer, and that's fine because I also did like On Hammer for a few years. I also didn't mention this at the beginning, but I've been using impulse responses for probably more than a decade now. I think 12, 13 years, I don't know. Ever since I got the first Catharsis pack, you guys that know IRs will surely know about the Catharsis pack. I don't know where I got it, I just got it. I still got that Catharsis IR pack on my hard drive, and I use them in many different scenarios, in reamping, when mixing, or when playing with different guitar VST plugins. Obviously we are all a bit mad with this, aren't we? We are chasing something that doesn't necessarily exist, a perfect tone, so you just have to find one tone that you really like. Also, this list of 50 guitar impulse responses is still too big in my opinion, and I think I could possibly trim it down to 10 or 15 in the next couple of months for sure. If you want to know more about these impulse responses, you can ask me, but now you all know the answer to the question, what impulse responses am I using, bro? Bye all.